Hello everyone, welcome back to EduTap. Am I audible and visible to all of you? Yes. So everything clear till now in motivation? Yep. Now tell me how many of you have completed your homework yesterday, which I have given to you? How many of you have completed the homework? Don't lie to me. Have you read concept notes or summary sheet? Because you will have to read it. Then only things will become good for you. Okay. We will discuss that answer again today. Don't worry. Not fully, but partially. Okay. What about others? There are 110 plus students in the class, but only I can see some people are answering it. See, if you are not responding, you are preparing yourself for a disaster. So, बाद में मत कहना कि sir, I have not been able to clear because of this, because of that. The success starts right now only. Cool. Hmm. And today I have one good news and bad news for you. So tell me, what should I announce first? Okay, 134. Okay, bad then good. Okay, so the bad news is that today there is some problem which is happening on Zoom. Okay, hope to complete your previous class by today. Yes, Gargi, you can do it. Okay, so today there is some problem going with Zoom. Like multiple of our classes yesterday were affected due to this problem. The problem is something internally to Zoom. After like 40 to 50 minutes, the class will somewhere get freezed. Like you will not be able to see my face, you will not be able to see the screen also. But we have raised our issue with the Zoom India's team, and they have assured us that they will solve the problem within next 12 to 14 hours. This was a bad news. So if you are facing this issue as a student, then we have an alternative. You can go on YouTube. On YouTube, this lecture is streaming live. So you can watch this particular lecture on YouTube as well. Okay. So I will request you to right now switch to YouTube if possible. But if everything is going right on your side, then you can choose Zoom also. Clear, everyone? Is it clear? So if any issue is, yes, you can rejoin also. So this was just one small update, and this is happening for today only and not for all the other classes. We will make this thing very much sure. Okay. So let's start now. Enough of blah blah. Let's start this particular class. Today we will try to cover motivation, the rest part, and we will also try to see some process-based theories. So if you see the agenda till now, which we are following, this was the overall syllabus snippet which we are covering in our class. Motivation, concept, importance, content theories, Maslow we have done, Alderfer we have done, McClelland also we have done. Today we will do Herzberg and we will do some additional content-based theories which are important for your examination perspective. And today we will also touch upon process theories. Only two process theories are mentioned in your syllabus, which is Adam equity theory and Vroom expectancy theory. Okay, so this is the agenda of our today's class. But I have always told to you that whenever I start something new, we will have to revise. Okay, so now I will ask you roughly around 50 to 55 questions, or it can be 100 also, depending upon your participation. And you will have to answer your questions, or sorry, you will have to type your answers in the chat box. Okay, so be ready. Let's do the RRR, revision, revision, and revision of the previous class. Okay, so let's start with the RRR first. First, tell me what is motivation. Define motivation for me. You will have to type in your answers in the chat box. And the YouTube students, you will have to write your answers in the chat of YouTube. I will be keeping an attention on both the system so that I can see that who is answering correct, who is answering incorrect. Very good, Nitya. It's a process which initiate, guides, and maintain what? It initiates, guides, and maintain your goal-oriented behavior. Okay, so this is one sweet and perfect definition of your, I would say what, of your motivation process. So motivation is a process that initiate, guides, and maintain your goal-oriented behavior. Superb. Maximum of you are giving the right answers. Then tell me the three terms which are associated to motivation, or three related concepts. What is my inner yes? It's my willingness. It's my willingness, because with my willingness only, I will say that yes, I have to start my process of motivation. Very good. Then we come to intense effort and persistent efforts. Tell me which of the effort is related to consistency. Which effort is related to consistency? Yes, very good, Sandeep. Yes, it is your persistent efforts. But the first spike, the initial spike which we get is what? Initial spike which we get is your intense effort. Okay. Now, if you are defining motivation, you can define these three words also. I have no issues with that. Okay. Now, then we discuss regarding motive, motivators, and motivating. Tell me which particular concept is related to the process of motivation out of these three: motive, motivators, and motivating. Which concept is related to process? It's my motivating. It's my motivating. Tell me which particular concept will be referring to the need, or it will be the first step in the process of motivation. Then it will be motive. Superb, superb. The chat is going crazy now. Now, tell me that particular concept which is as same as motive. Like I can call motive as what? I can call motive as my need. I can also call my motive as my goal. Okay, or desire, whatever you want to call it as, but the correct word would be goal. Okay. Now, what is motivator? What is motivator? What is motivator, my friend? What is motivator? Yes, very good, Namrata, Sandeep, Raj, in the YouTube chat also. Yes, motivator is something which will satisfy my need. Okay, so motivator is that particular object. It is that particular thing which will make me happy. As simple as that. Okay. Now, let's discuss regarding the process of motivation and some consequences. Tell me, what is the first step in the process of motivation? What is the first step in the process of motivation? It's the need. It's the need. Okay, it's the need. Arousal of need, whatever you want to call it as. I can call my need as I can call my need as motive also. I can call my motive as my goal also. Okay. Now, this motive will do what? What is the second step in the process of motivation? What is the second step? It's the tension. It's the tension. And because of this particular tension, I will do what? I will do what? I will do my GOB, which is your goal oriented behavior. As simple as that. Okay. Now, after a period of time, I will check whether my need is satisfied or whether my need is not satisfied. If my need is satisfied, then I will do what? Then I will do a positive feedback. I will share a positive feedback. But if my need is not satisfied, then I will share a negative feedback. Then I will share a negative feedback, right? Now, tell me how many consequences will be seen. How many consequences will be seen if you are sharing a positive feedback? Yes, very good, Mahima, Raj, and Sandeep in the chat. How many consequences will I see if I am having a positive feedback? Listen to my question. Very good, Aditi. You are giving the right answer. Very good, Venkata. Very good, Abhay. Listen to my question again. Just do not type your answers in hurry. If I am sharing a positive feedback, if I'm sharing a positive feedback, then how many consequences can follow? Consequences basically tells you that what you can do. There are 5 consequences only when your need is not satisfied. Once you are sharing a kind of a negative feedback, but in your positive feedback, there is no definite consequences. So your answer will be 0. Okay. I don't know why people were writing 4 and 5. They were writing the answers for a negative feedback. Agreed or not? Hello. Agreed or not? If you are sharing a positive feedback, then the theory doesn't gives you any kind of consequences, because generally when people are sharing a positive feedback, they are happy. Okay. But if you are having a negative feedback, then how many consequences you will follow? If you are sharing a negative feedback, that how many consequences you will do? Yes, there are 5 type of consequences. Okay. First one is your flight. What does flight mean? Flight means what? Quit, to run away. Very good. To leave the field altogether. To leave the job, to escape, to run away, whatever you want to call it as. All things are right. Then we comes to apathy. Apathy means what? Apathy means what? Indifferent. Very good. I do not care. Can I call self-blame as apathy? Can I call self-blame as apathy? No. Self-blame will be called as what? Self-blaming will be known as what? That's rationalization. So, flight means to quit the field altogether. Apathy means that I don't care kind of attitude. And I would say what? And I would say your rationalization means that you will take the blame on yourself. Okay. Now, last two: aggression towards the source, aggression towards the other. Now, if you are doing aggression, if you are showing your aggression rather towards your family members and towards your friends who are indirectly related to you in your goal oriented behavior, so that will be your, I would say, what? Aggression towards the others. But if you are doing the aggression on that particular person who is directly related to your goal oriented behavior, that will be known as what? Aggression towards the source. Clear, everyone? Till now, I think everything is clear. Okay. Now we discuss regarding what? We discuss regarding multiple different types of motivation. Tell me that particular motivation in which I will be impelling for something good. I will be impelling for something good. So that's positive. That's positive. But if I'm removing something bad from my life, that will be negative. Tell me whether this statement is true or false. Negative motivation will always discourage you. Negative motivation will always discourage you. It's a false statement because even negative motivation will push you towards your goal oriented behavior, right? Negative motivation will always push you towards your goal also. So positive and negative both are there. Now tell me, out of positive and negative, which one is more stronger? Which one is like more, I would say, kind of used frequently? More stronger. Yes, it depends. It's none. You cannot take sides again that whether positive is good or negative is good. No comparison can be done, and you can just say that it depends upon person to person. Okay. Then we discuss regarding two different types of motive, which is basics and learned, which is basic and learned. Basic motives are common to animal as well as to humans. True or false? Basic motives are common to animal as well as to humans. It is true. Can you give me an example of basic motive? Can you give me an example of basic motive? Yes, thirst, hungry, your biological needs, hunger, right. And learn motives are common to only animals. True or false? Learn motives are only common to animals. This is again false because it is only common to humans. Can you give me an example of learn motive? Can you give me an example of learn motives? Yes, self-recognition, status, aspiring to become an IAS officer or an RBI Grade B officer. All those are my learn motives. Then you come to intrinsic and extrinsic. Tell me, tell me what comes from outside is known as extrinsic, and what comes from inside is known as intrinsic. Okay. Which particular type of motivation will survive for a longer period of time out of intrinsic and extrinsic? Will survive for a longer period of time. It will be intrinsic. But can I say that intrinsic motivation will be of a stronger intensity? It will be of a stronger kind of behavior? No, you cannot compare it again. Okay. But theory says that yes, intrinsic is of more longer period of time as compared to extrinsic. Cool. Then we discuss regarding the motivational theories. Now tell me that particular theory set. Tell me that particular theory set which says that we do not have to focus on the final results. Rather, we have to focus on the path which a person is following. That will be process-based theories of motivation. Process-based motivational theories is also known as what? Process-based motivational theories is also known as what? Process-based motivation is known as contemporary or modern, or you can say rational to an extent. Okay, but The vice versa of process-based theories is your content-based theories. Content-based theories are also known as your traditional theories, need-based theories, humanistic approach to motivation as well. So you have to remember all these names. Now, under the main funda of content-based theories is what? That we focus on the need. We just do not focus on the process. We do not focus on the motivating persons. We do not focus on the motivating process. We focus on what is the motivator. As simple as that. Okay. Now let's move forward. So in my yesterday class, we discussed Maslow, we discussed Alderfer, and we discussed David McClelland. Tell me how many needs were given by Maslow? How many needs were given by extended Maslow? How many needs were given as per Alderfer? Alderfer, 3. How many needs were given by David McClelland? Again, 3. Okay, so first we will discuss the Maslow thing. Now in Maslow, we have a need hierarchy. Tell me, as per Maslow, what is my level number 3 need? Level number 3, it's my social belongingness needs. What is my level number 2 needs? What is my level number 2 needs? It's safety and security. What is my level number 4 need? Level number 4 need will be your self-esteem, which is also known as your ego needs. Level number 1 is your basic physiological needs. And level number 5 is your self-actualization. Self-actualization. Now tell me, Maslow didn't paid any status. Maslow didn't paid any attention to the hierarchy of needs. Is this true or false? Yes, very good, Athira, Sandeep, Narmata, Raj in the YouTube chat as well. Yes, it's false because Maslow put a specific condition that you will have to fulfill first level number 1, then level number 2, then level number 3, and then level number 4. And then you have to go to the 5th level. So you have to follow the hierarchy. You cannot skip any level over here. Now, give me some examples of level number 1, which is your basic physiological needs. These are the needs which a person will first try to fulfill. So food, thirst. Yes, these are my primary needs. Hunger, right? So all these are my basic physiological needs. The basic salary which you will get is also your basic physiological need. Okay. Give me some example of safety. Give me some example of safety and security needs. Yes, insurance, financial security, emotional security, economic security, protection from floods, all accepted. Okay, all accepted. Good working conditions. Yes, very good. Retirement benefits, safety in classroom, safety in office room, job permanent kind of thing. Yes, all accepted. Tell me the example of, I would say, your level number 3 need. Give me the example of level number 3 need. That will be friendship, associations, love and belongingness from my other persons. Love and belongingness basically means acceptance from the group, acceptance from the society, acceptance from the group members of your office. Okay, society is something different, but you are working in the office, so you will have to say acceptance from the group members. As simple as that. Level number 4, self-esteem. What will be the example of level number 4, self-esteem? It is prestige, status, achievement. Yes, you need recognition from the other persons as well. Now, level number 4 need can be classified into 2 different categories. What are these? Yes, higher level and the lower level. Higher level need comes from your side only, and lower level comes from the other person. Now, uh, tell me if I'm looking for status from the outside persons, from the other persons, then this will be higher or lower? This will be lower. Okay. Now let's come to the last and the foremost need, which is your level number 5, self-actualization. How will you define self-actualization? How will you define self-actualization? Can you define self-actualization for me? Yes, becoming the best version of yourself. You are opening your mind and you are going to the best or to the best attitude, to the best personality figure of yours. So that will be known as what? That will be known as self-actualization. But later on, extended Maslow theory was introduced. How many additional levels were added in extended Maslow theory? 3. So were there any changes from level 1 to 4? Were there any changes in level 1 to 4? No. Okay. What was level number 5 as per extended Maslow theory? Cognitive need. Cognitive needs deals with what? How will you use your definition related to cognitive needs? It deals with my hobbies. It deals with my area of interest. It deals with something which makes me happy. Okay, deals with self. It deals with your passion also, right? So that is my cognitive needs. You are doing something which makes you happy. You are doing something which makes your mind happy, right? Passion of learning. Yes, that is also good. Curiosity. That is also good. Okay, so that is my cognitive. After cognitive, your level number 6 need will come. That is my need of aesthetic. Need of aesthetic deals with your pleasing. What? It deals with your pleasing surroundings or beautifying yourself. Okay, you are going to the gyms, you are going to the beauty parlors so that you can look more beautiful. Then comes your level number 7. What was your level number 7? As per extended Maslow, it will be self-actualization. Okay. So level number 5 and level number 7 of Maslow and extended Maslow respectively are same. And then you go to the last level, which is your transcendence. What do you mean by transcendence? What do you mean by transcendence? Yes, very good, Pragya. Very good, Narmata. Good. In the chat of YouTube also people are answering it correct. Yes, it's kind of moksha, it's kind of taking mukti, it's kind of leaving the material world outside and you are going ahead in the state of nirvana. Okay, so that, my friend, is your Maslow and extended Maslow. Now tell me, as per Maslow, can I move up the order only? Yes. Okay. Can I skip any level in Maslow? Like, can I go from level 1 to level 3? No, because I have to pay the attention to the hierarchy. As per Maslow, there can be multiple needs which are active at the same time. True or false? No. Now tell me, as per Maslow, what is the name of that particular concept which says that you first have to fulfill first need, then second, then third, and then fourth, then fifth? So that is known as satisfaction progression. Satisfaction progression. Okay. So if you see, this is your Maslow theory of motivation. This arrow which is going up denotes what? This denotes your satisfaction progression, that you will always move up the ladder. And this one basically tells you what? This one basically tells you that only one need is active at one particular moment of time. Okay. Now, what is the role of manager over here? What is the role of manager over here? What is the role of manager over here? Yes, to identify which needs deficient need. Okay, I will identify that my employee is not able to have this particular need. I will classify it as deficient and I will try to fulfill that particular need so that my employee can move up the order. Okay, now there was one particular person whose name was Great Hofstede. What was his role in management? What was his role in Maslow theory? What was his role? Yes, he criticized Maslow. Why did he criticize Maslow? Because Maslow put up something like sex in the wrong order, wrong in the basic physiological needs. He also never paid attention to the spiritual needs of a person. So basically, Great Hofstede was a criticizer of Maslow because of wrong order of needs in the pyramid, and he never paid attention to the specific personalities like Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa. Okay, so Great Hofstede basically said that Maslow, you are just putting your priority in the first place and you are not looking to the other person's need. Okay. Now, let's come to extended Maslow 5 plus 3. We have discussed it a lot, so I'm not repeating it again. Now, let's come to, I would say, what? Alderfer theory of motivation. Alderfer has given you which theory? Can you repeat it? Alderfer has given you which theory? ERG. ERG. E stands for existence, R stands for relatedness, G stands for growth. He has just copy pasted from the Maslow. He has just condensed 5 needs of Maslow into 3 needs. Okay, so existence is level 1 and level 2 of Maslow, relatedness is level 3 of Maslow, and level 4 and level 5 of Maslow is equals to the growth needs of Alderfer. This you have to understand till now. Now, Alderfer introduced the concept of concreteness. Tell me, out of ERG, which need is more concrete? Which need is more concrete? Yes, it is existence. Existence needs are the most concrete. Why they are the most concrete? Because it will be found. It will be there in all the human beings. Okay, it will be there in all the human beings. It is common to always. It is common to all of us. So that's why it is known as existence. And existence needs are the most concrete. Okay. After that, which will be the most concrete need after existence? then it will be relatedness, and the least concrete will be your growth. Okay, so this is what you have to remember under Alderfer theory. Now tell me, Alderfer introduce one particular concept wherein you can shift down the ladder. What is the name of that particular concept? It's your frustrated regression. Now, as per Alderfer, is it relevant that only one need is active at the same time? Is it relevant that only one need is active at the same time? No. There can be multiple needs which can be active at the same time, right? So as per Alderfer, this particular kind of flexibility was introduced, which said that person can shift down. That particular shifting down was explained by the concept of frustrated regression, and more than one need can be active at the same time. So this was the concept which was introduced by Alderfer. So if you see this downward arrow, which is now coming on your screen, this explains you frustrated regression. As simple as that. Okay. Then we came to the last theory which we discussed, David McClelland theory. David McClelland has given you three types of need: need of affiliation, need of influence, need of power. Okay. Need of power is also known as your need of influence. Now, how many types of power can be there? How many types of power can be there? There can be two types of power. Okay, there can be two types of power. Tell me that the name of that particular power. Name that particular power in which I will like to win against you, or you will like to win against me. There is always zero sum. The group goal becomes zero sum in your personal power. In your personal power, the persons try to win against each other. Is it desirable to be a person of a personal power? No. Personal power is not desirable in your offices. Okay. Then which particular type of power is desirable in your office? Social power. Social power is also known as what? Social power is also known as your institutional power. Social power is known as your institutional power. Cool. So that, my friend, you have to remember. Okay. And social power is desirable. Now, a person who is driven by need of influence, or a person who is driven by need of a person who is driven by need of power will definitely value discipline. They will try to control others. They will thrive to do good in competition, and it can be used making sure that your group goals are becoming zero sum. Okay, then we come to the need of affiliation. Need of affiliation is basically level number 3 of Maslow. You are looking for teamwork, you are looking for social belongingness needs. Okay, and then comes your need of achievement. Tell me, will need of achievement person will work on higher risk or on lower risk? Will a person who is working on they will work on calculated risk, manageable risk, or on moderate risk. They will try to avoid high risk situation and the low risk situation. Now tell me, a person who is driven by need of achievement, will they take a challenging task or not? Will they take a challenging task? Yes, they will take it. A person who is driven by need of achievement, will they value feedback? Will they value feedback? The answer will be yes. Now, if I'm putting the people on the management scale, on the different levels of management, tell me, where will a person driven by need of affiliation will be allocated? A person who is driven by need of affiliation will be allocated in which particular level? Lowest level. But can I say that need of affiliation person will not have any need of power? No, they will have it, but they will have it in a smaller scale. A person who is driven by need of influence or a power will be allocated which particular level? Top. Okay. A person who is driven by need of influence, they will be allocated the top level. And a person who is driven by need of achievement will be allocated in the middle level. Okay. Now, just one small information for you. These three needs, which are given by David McClelland, these are known as manifest needs. Manifest needs. These are also known as acquired needs, right? And these are also known as learned needs. So you can just remember these things also. I have inserted one kind of extra information. Three needs which are given by David McClelland are also known as your manifest needs. These are also known as your learned needs. These are also known as your acquired needs. So this is a one small thing which you need to remember, right? MN stands for manifest needs. AN stands for your acquired needs, acquired, and L stands for your learned needs. Okay. Now, one small more, let's play a kind of a game wherein I will just let you know one thing. If you see need of influence, need of appreciation, and need of achievement are given in front of you, but we have highlighted need of appreciation in a different color and need of influence and need of achievement are highlighted in the same color. What is the logic for that? Think. Some people will know it, some people will not know it. Good Priyanka, good Reshma, good Yash, uh, very good Muskan, very good Deepak, very good Shivani. No, no. Yes, yes. Yes, very good Manish. Very good Nivedita. See how if I am an effective manager, if I am an effective manager, will I be high on need of appreciation? If I am an effective manager, no, right? But if I am an effective manager, I will surely be high on need of achievement, and I will be also be high on need of influence. Agreed or not? Agreed or not? Yes, right. So therefore, we have used the same color for need of influence and need of achievement, because this will let you know that if you are an effective manager, you need to be higher on need of influence and need of achievement too. Okay, but you will be low on need of appreciation. Agreed or not? So this color coding will basically tell you that effective managers are high on need of achievement and need of power, but the effective managers will be low in your need of appreciation. Okay. Now, social power is also known as what? Social power is also known as your institutional power. Social power is also known as your institutional power. And I have inserted this acronym, which is manifest needs, learn needs is equals to hoga, is equals to your, I would say what? Acquired needs also. Is it clear to everyone? This was basic information which I would like to give you. Now, if you see, this was the first RRR in your class. Was it good? Should we continue it in the next classes also, or should we directly come to the concept? You only tell me. Okay. So this RRR basically helps you to revise everything in a very concise manner. Okay. Now let's move forward to continue with our today's class. Today we will discuss the content-based theories only, but this content-based theories will basically be a kind of an expansion. So if you see till now we have discussed. Chalo, now let's come back to the class. I know RRR is best. I was just taking a kind of a namesake poll. We will continue it. Chalo, let's start our lectures for today. So if we see, we have till now we have discussed Maslow, we have discussed Alderfer also, we have discussed McClelland also. Okay. Now today we will discuss the another three theories. Today we will cover 5 theories: Herzberg, McGregor, Instinctive, and 2 process-based theories. This is our agenda for today, and this will conclude like 90% of your chapter of motivation. Some part is left that we will cover tomorrow. Now let's start with Herzberg. Now please focus on the words of Herzberg because it can be confusing for some. Okay, theories that we will cover today only, don't worry. Okay, Herzberg is quite confusing, so please pay your attention. Herzberg theory of motivation. Now see, Herzberg is a content-based theories. Herzberg is again a content-based theory, so Herzberg has given you different type of needs. But over here, needs are not that much straightforward. What Herzberg has said is that there are 2 factors. Instead of saying that it is a need-based theory, he said that there is a 2 factors which you will have to identify. Now to understand these 2 factors, you will first have to understand the concept of satisfaction over here. See, if I am satisfied, then I am happy. Satisfaction means what? That I am happy. And if you go on Google and if you write your query that what is the opposite of satisfaction, Google will say that the opposite of satisfaction is dissatisfaction. This is what we are learning from the school days, that if you are satisfied today and if you are dissatisfied, then these are the 2 opposite things. Satisfaction means that yes, you are happy. Dissatisfaction means that you are not happy, right? So these are the things which we know till now. But then entered someone like Friedrich Herzberg. Friedrich Herzberg said that this thing is not true according to him. According to him, he said that the opposite of satisfaction is not dissatisfaction. According to English literature, this is true. I'm not saying that this is not true. But according to our dear Friedrich Herzberg, this thing was untrue. then what is opposite of satisfaction? Opposite of satisfaction, according to Herzberg, is no satisfaction. Now, if I say that this thing is true as per Frederick Herzberg, you will all have to agree with it. Okay, because we are reading the theory from the perspective of Frederick Herzberg. So opposite of satisfaction, according to Herzberg, is no satisfaction. So if I am happy, then definitely I will lie in the zone of satisfaction only. And if I am not happy, then I will lie in the zone of no satisfaction. If I am happy, अगर मैं खुश हूं तो मैं satisfied हूं. But if I am not happy, अगर मैं दुखी हूं, then I am not satisfied. This is according to the Herzberg. Now, then he entered a new dimension altogether, which was related to dissatisfaction. Now, if I am saying that I am dissatisfied, by which I mean I am dissatisfied, by which I mean I am sad today. I am sad today. But if I say that I am not dissatisfied, then it basically means I am happy. It basically means what? That I am happy. So if you have understood this thing, then this entire theory is over. But if you have not understood this particular concept, then this theory can give you nightmares. Okay, so I again repeat, satisfaction ka opposite according to Herzberg is no satisfaction. And if you see dissatisfaction wala side, if you are dissatisfied, then definitely you are not happy. And if you are saying that I am having no dissatisfaction in my life, then definitely you are an unhappy person. So this is what you have to remember in this particular theory. Now, this theory is also known as two-factor theory. This theory is known as two-factor theory. This is not known as two-need theory. It is known as two-factor. Over here, you will find two factors. First factors is your satisfiers oblique motivational factors. First factor is your satisfiers and your motivational factors. And the second factor is your hygiene factors, which are also known as your maintenance factors. I will again repeat it for you. First factor over here is satisfiers or the motivators. The second factor is your hygiene factors oblique maintenance factors. Now the first factor, which is your satisfiers and your, I would say what, and your motivational factors will decide that whether you are satisfied or whether you are not satisfied. Okay, if you see this particular image with me, motivators are also known as your satisfiers. Motivators are also known as your satisfiers. So if you are having an higher degree of motivators, if you are having a higher degree of motivators or satisfiers, then you will be satisfied in your life. अगर आपकी लाइफ में ज्यादा से ज्यादा मोटिवेटर्स है, ज्यादा से ज्यादा satisfiers है, if you are having ample of motivators and if you are having ample of satisfiers, then you will be a satisfied soul. You will be happy. But if I reduce motivators and if I reduce satisfiers, then you will be not satisfied. Then you will be unhappy. Is this thing clear to you or not? Please let me know in the chat box. Is this thing clear to you or not? Please confirm. Everybody. What is not clear, that also you have to write me in the chat box. See, satisfiers or motivators will decide. Satisfiers or motivators will decide that whether you are satisfied or whether you are not satisfied. Motivators and satisfiers will decide that whether you are satisfied or not satisfied. Simple. Hygiene factors will decide that whether you are dissatisfied or not dissatisfied. Again, if you see this particular chart with me, how will I decide? How will I decide that whether the person is satisfied or not satisfied? How will I decide that whether the person is satisfied or not satisfied? I need something, right? I need something for that. So over here we have the first factor, which is known as what? It is known as your satisfiers or your motivators. Okay. Now is it clear that whether to understand that whether you are satisfied or whether you are not satisfied, you need a factor, right? कि आपको समझना पड़ेगा, right? That whether you are happy or unhappy. So to identify that whether you are happy or unhappy, from the satisfaction angle, you have the first factor, which is known as satisfiers. That particular factor is known as satisfiers. Okay. Now, if I provide you higher degree of satisfiers, if I provide you higher degree of motivators, then definitely you will be satisfied. right? If I provide you higher degree of satisfiers, it will lead to more satisfaction, right? It will make you happy. But if I provide you low degree of satisfiers, if I provide you low degree of motivators, then you will be in the zone of no satisfaction. You will be in the zone of no satisfaction. So this is the zone of what? Unhappiness. So basically, if you see, this is the original diagram which was given by I would say your Herzberg. So motivators, satisfaction, and no satisfaction. Okay. Hygiene factors, which are also known as your maintenance factors, will decide that whether you are not dissatisfied or whether you are dissatisfied. So the second factor over here is of hygiene factors. Don't worry, I will again explain you what is hygiene. But currently you should understand this particular diagram. Now, if I write A and B over here, one side is A, another side is B. If I'm providing you higher hygiene factors, I have provided you multiple hygiene factors. Tell me which particular side you will be on, A or B. And everybody respond. If you are not responding, then you are out of the race. Forget the dream of becoming an RBI Grade B officer. If I'm providing you higher hygiene factors, you will be on the side of A, because you will be saying that, sir, we have got a higher degree of hygiene factors. So I will be having the side number A, which is of no dissatisfaction. Now tell me, if you are on the side number A, will you be happy or will you be sad? Will you be happy or will you be sad? You will be an happy soul. But if I reduce the hygiene factors in you, if I reduce the hygiene factors, then tell me, will I go to side A or B? I will go to side B, which will make me unhappy, which will make me unhappy. Now, let me test your knowledge. Let me test your knowledge. Okay. So what I am doing is I am putting certain conditions. This side is number 1, this side is number 2, this side is number 3, and this side is number 4. Now I will make some statements. You have to tell me that on which particular side you will be on. If I'm providing low motivators, then which particular side you will be on? You will be on the side number 2. If I'm providing you high degree of hygiene factors, then high degree of hygiene will be 3. If I'm providing you low degree of hygiene factors, then 4. If I'm providing you low degree of motivators will make me on 2, and high degree of motivators will make me on 1. Okay, so this you have to remember. Okay, now if I am operating on 1 plus 3, will I be happy or sad? Will I be happy or sad? If I am operating on 2 plus 4, definitely I will be sad. Now, this is the thing which you have to understand. Okay, if this thing is done, then you have understood everything. Now, let's try to understand more about motivators and what are satisfiers. Let's try to understand more about it. See, motivators are also known as satisfiers. These are your intrinsic factors. These are your intrinsic factors. They will motivate you intrinsically. They will motivate you intrinsically. Now, whenever something is motivating you intrinsically, will it be a long term or will it be a short term? Tell me. It will be a long term. So motivators motivate you for a longer period of time. Now, what can be related to motivators? These are your achievement, recognition, the work itself. Some people love their work. So they go to their work every now and then. Responsibility, advancement. So all these are what? All these are your motivators or satisfiers. They will motivate you for a longer period of time. Mind you, higher degree of motivators will motivate you for a longer period of time. Now, these are related to job content. Job content basically means that what are the variables you are doing on the job. These are the variables which are related to your job. Advancement basically means promotional things. Okay. Advancement over here basically means the promotional stuff. Like I know that I will be promoted in 5 years from now. So I will be intrinsically motivated to complete 5 years so that I can be promoted in my office. Okay, growth also can come over here. So satisfiers and your motivators are your intrinsic factors. Basically, satisfier or motivators will decide that whether you are internally happy or not. कि आप अंदर से खुश हो या नहीं हो. Okay, so this is the role of satisfiers and motivators. The next factor over here is hygiene. Hygiene factors are extrinsic. Hygiene factors, my friend, are extrinsic. And extrinsic motivators or extrinsic motivation will only last for, I would say, what, short term. Okay, so hygiene factors, they prevent dissatisfaction, but they not necessarily motivate, because the motivating thing will be taken care by the satisfiers. Okay, now what can be an hygiene factor? Hygiene factors are related to job conditions. They are not related to variables of the job which you are doing. Rather, these are the variables which are external to you because they are extrinsic. They are extrinsic. Company policies, salary, interpersonal relations, working conditions, job security, all these are your what? All these are, I would say, what? Hygiene factors. These are extrinsic. Salary is the most common example. Salary is the most common example of extrinsic. So you will have to remember salary is an hygiene factor because it's extrinsic. Now, what did Herzberg did? Herzberg basically decided. Herzberg basically led one more picture, which I will see you, which I will let you know. He basically said that a manager should look forward to provide motivators and hygiene factors. Because see, if I'm providing you higher motivation, then on which particular side you will be on? If I'm providing you higher motivations, then on which particular side you will be on? One. But if I'm providing you low hygiene, then on which particular side you will be on? You will be on 4. So it will be a case of 1 plus 4. It means what? That intrinsically, under say you are happy, but extrinsically, bahar say you are unhappy. Understood or not? Hello. If I am operating on a quadrant of 1 plus 4, intrinsically I am happy, but extrinsically I am not happy. So this is not a good case. The best case will be what? That intrinsically also I am happy and extrinsically also I am happy. Understood or not? Hello. Hello, please let me know. The best case is what? That आप अंदर से भी खुश हो और बाहर से भी खुश हो. अंदर से खुश कैसे डिसाइड करोगे आप? Through motivational factors. And how will you decide the extrinsic thing? With hygiene factors. Now tell me, if I'm operating on 2 plus 3, if I'm operating on 2 plus 3, if I'm operating on 2 plus 3, I am intrinsically happy or extrinsically happy? मैं अंदर से खुश हूं या बाहर से खुश हूं? खुश कहां से हूं मैं? I am extrinsically happy because 3 is the zone of happiness. 2 is the zone of unhappiness. So can I conclude that in 2 plus 3, I am having higher hygiene factors and lower motivational factors? Can I conclude that? Yes, definitely I can do so because I am putting the situation of 2 plus 3. Understood? So this is what the overall theory of Herzberg is all about. Now, as a manager, please focus on this particular diagram. This diagram is very, very important. Now see, I will again put that particular graph for you. And now that particular graph should run in your mind. Okay, right now I'm putting in the front of your screen, but things should run in your mind because in your exam, everything should be in your mind. This is my 1, this is my 2, this is my 3, and this is my 4. Okay, this side is of motivations, this side is of hygiene factors. Now, if my staff is dissatisfied and not motivated, then tell me the quadrants, the combination of quadrants on which I'm working on. If my staff is dissatisfied and they are not motivated, internally as well as externally they are unhappy, then I'm operating on the quadrant of 2 plus 4. Those who are writing their answer as 2 plus 4, your concept is brilliantly cleared. Those who are not writing, please ask your doubt. Otherwise, this theory will just give you a nightmare. समझ आएगी नहीं आपको ये. Okay. Now, if I'm providing hygiene factors, then definitely situation will change. Okay, then definitely situation will change. Now my staff is not dissatisfied, but they are unmotivated. Tell me which particular quadrant I will be working on. Very good. Those who are writing 2 plus 3, they are again going on the right track. Now, if I provide motivational factors and hygiene factors too, tell me the quadrant on which I will be working on. Simply 1 plus 3. And what is the best situation? It is 1 plus 3 only. What is the worst situation? Tell me. What is the worst situation? It will be 2 plus 4. It will be 2 plus 4. Your staff is intrinsically unhappy, extrinsically also they are unhappy. So the worst situation is 2 plus 4, but the best situation is 1 plus 3. Hello, is this thing clear to you or not? Please, everybody write yes, or if it is not clear, then give me a thumbs down. I will again try to explain you. This is what you have to understand in this particular theory. Now they can ask you simply question that which of the following is not an example of hygiene factor. So they will give you 4 examples of hygiene and 1 example of motivational factors. Motivational is intrinsic and your hygiene factors are extrinsic. This is what the end of this theory is all about. Okay. So the overall funda under this particular theory is that you have to decide whether the person is intrinsically happy or extrinsically happy. इंट्रिंसिक है तो आपको सैटिस्फायर्स देखना है, और अगर एक्सट्रिंसिक है तो आपको हाइजीन फैक्टर्स देखना है. हाइजीन फैक्टर्स आई एम अगेन एक्सप्लेनिंग, दीज आर नोन एज योर मेंटेनेंस फैक्टर्स. These are known as your maintenance factors, and motivators are known as your satisfiers. Okay, so this is the theory is all about. Job advancement, as per Herzberg, is a classic example of satisfier. Sometimes promotion, like promotional abilities, that I will become a manager, I will become a grade B manager, I will be recruited in a grade C. So that comes from intrinsic. Okay, just one more year, I will become a manager in the company. So that is intrinsic. Okay. So does no satisfaction and dissatisfaction means the same? Now I'm putting one doubt of one student in the chat box. I need your answers on this particular doubt as well. Okay. I'm putting one doubt. My doubt is, does no satisfaction and dissatisfaction means the same? The answer is no. The answer is no. Because see, if you understand this thing, then only you will understand the theory of Herzberg. According to literature, yes, anything can become same. According to literature, this thing is true. That satisfaction ka opposite is dissatisfaction. But this thing is not true as per Herzberg theory. Okay. So I hope things are very much clear to you. Very good, Pragya. Very good, Sandeep. Shristi in the YouTube chat also. So let's move forward now to understand some more concept. Now see, the theory is over. Now we are just doing some blah blah. The main theory is over. Okay, you just have to understand that what is motivators and hygiene. So the main theory is over. Now Herzberg said that today's motivator would become tomorrow's hygiene. For example, I have got multiple promotions in my company. Now I am the CEO of the company. I am the CEO of the company. Do you think CEO will now care about promotion? I have risen from the ranks. I have been a very low level employee. Now I am the topmost level of employee. Do you think a CEO will care for promotion? No, right? He will not do so, because earlier one thing was a motivator for you, but now it has become an hygiene factor. So something which is a motivator for you today, it can turn out to be in hygiene factors after a period of time once you receive too much of it. Sometimes it happens, right, that we eat too much of rotis, we eat too much of chapatis. So now the urge has been satisfied. Now the next chapati which you will add in your diet will not give you that much of utility. It will not give you that much of value addition. So the same concept is over here. जो आपके लिए आज मोटिवेटर है, वो आपके लिए कल हाइजीन फैक्टर भी बन सकता है. So Herzberg said that today's motivator can turn out to be in hygiene factor only if you receive too much of it. Okay, sense of achievement is generally a motivator, but if you achieve everything, in your life, then this sense of achievement will be a hygiene factor. So this will come with a period of time, not with one shot, right? It will come only with the period of time. Cool. So this is a small concept. One more thing, Herzberg said that there are two types of personalities. Now there are motivational seekers and hygiene factors. Now use your mind. Use your mind. If you are a manager, like you are the chief general manager, you are the board of director of the company. Do you think, or do you agree with me, that a low level employee will be largely be interested in hygiene factors? How many of you agree with me? Definitely yes, because for a low level employee, I just need to give him good salary. I just need to give him good working conditions so that he can work. But is this true for a top level employee? A top level employee will require motivational factors also. So there are different persons who will require different factors. For some, hygiene factors are more important, but for some, motivational factors are more important. For example, again, let's do 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's do 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Assume that there is one person, Ram. Ram is currently working on a level of 2 plus 3. He is intrinsically not happy, but extrinsically he is very happy. He is intrinsically not happy, extrinsically he is very happy. Now this is the case of Ram. Sham is totally opposite. 1 plus 4. 1 plus 4 basically means what? That intrinsically he is very happy. Intrinsically he is very happy, but extrinsically he is not happy. Now these are two different personalities. Ram is looking for what? Ram is looking for more and more hygiene factors. Sham is looking for more and more motivational factors. So you can have motivational seekers and maintenance seekers. Now tell me which particular factor will work for maintenance seekers. Yes. Tell me which particular factor will work more for maintenance seekers. It will be hygiene. It will be hygiene. And which particular factor will work for motivational seekers? It will be motivationals or your satisfiers. So there can be two type of personalities. Right. Generally, we say that a lower level employee will require more and more maintenance factors, and a top level employee will require more and more motivational factors. Okay. So this is what you have to remember in this particular case. Clear now? Everybody connected till me? Everybody connected? Please let me know. Cool. Now, let's move ahead to understand some more concepts. Now, these are the four situations which a person can have according to that 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there can be four possible combinations. Now, tell me the name of the combination when I'm writing high hygiene and high motivation. When I'm writing high hygiene and high motivation, what will be the combination which I will be following? 1 plus 3. Is this the best? Yes. Therefore, we are using the ideal situation, right? A person is long-term motivated and short-term also motivated. Now tell me the code for high hygiene and low motivation. High hygiene and low motivation. So samajh ke. 2 plus 3 or 3 plus 2. 2 plus 3 and 3 plus 2 both will is equals to 5. So your answer is 2 plus 3. Okay. Now tell me if I am using the code of 2 plus 3, whether I am high on hygiene and I am low on motivation, whether I am intrinsically happy or extrinsically happy. Whether I am intrinsically happy or extrinsically happy, you are extrinsically happy. Okay, you are just coming to the office for salary. You are coming to the office for paycheck only because your hygiene factors are very, very good. Next, low hygiene and high motivation. Low hygiene and high motivations. This is my low hygiene. 4 plus 1. 4 plus 1. Low hygiene. Low hygiene is for 4. High motivation is for 1. So it will be 1 plus 4. In the first case, it was 1 plus 3. In the third case, it is 4 plus 1. Now tell me whether I am intrinsically happy or extrinsically happy. Intrinsically happy. It basically means that I am intrinsically happy to do the work, but my manager is a kind of a donkey. He is not providing me extrinsic benefits. Understood? Last but not the least is your low hygiene and low motivation. Low hygiene and low motivation is a score of 2 plus 4, which is the worst situation of for any employee because he is intrinsically unhappy and extrinsically also unhappy. Is all the four situations clear to you? Priyanshul, we will take your doubt. It's kind of debatable. I will have to explain you with multiple cases. Clear, everybody? Chalo. So this is what your Herzberg theory of motivation is all about. Now this theory is over once you understand this case 1 plus 2, 3 plus 2. Once this you understand this particular case, then this theory is over. Now, criticism of Herzberg. Criticism of Herzberg basically is all about his limited experiment. Basically, Herzberg just did the experiment on some specialist people like civil engineers or engineers and accountants. He never used some people like me and you who are journal in nature. So many people criticize Herzberg because of this particular point that He he used people like specialists, accountants, and engineers to devise that what is satisfier and what is a motivator. Now, one more thing over here, the difference between satisfier and hygiene factor is not completely accepted. Some people will say that sir, promotion is an extrinsic thing. Some people will say that promotion is an intrinsic thing. Moreover, some people will say that salary sometimes become intrinsic. Some people will say that salary is extrinsic. So this debate between what is intrinsic and what is extrinsic is going from ages. Moreover, in this tornado or in this particular debate, Herzberg theory also failed. Now, see, criticism is not that much important for your exam, but still you need to remember it. So I generally explain these 2 points because these are very easy to remember. Moreover, the two-factor theory is an oversimplification of the true relationship between motivators and dissatisfaction. Several studies shows that one factor can cause job satisfaction for a person and job dissatisfaction for another. This theory basically says that for me today, salary is a motivator. It can be a hygiene factor for you. So there is a kind of a, I would say what? There is a kind of a, I would say subjectivity which comes into between. Subjectivity basically means what? That something which is true for me, it can become untrue for you. Something which is true for me, it can become untrue for you. जो आपके लिए अच्छा है वो मेरे लिए बेकार हो सकता है, और जो मेरे लिए बेकार है वो आपके लिए अच्छा हो सकता है. So these were some criticism. But in the exam, if you are writing criticism, then I will advise you to write these 2 points, first and the third one. First one is what? That over here, a limited experiment was done. Limited experiment basically means what? That you cannot do the experiment on the journal person. You only did an experiment only on some specialist people like engineers and accountant. Okay. Moreover, the simplification of satisfier and hygiene factors is not completely accepted worldwide. For some people, promotion is intrinsic. For some people, promotion is extrinsic. But in the Herzberg theory, promotion is taken as an intrinsic factor, or you can say a motivational factor. Okay. So this is what you have to understand in the motivation hygiene theory or a dual factor theory. Now, why it is known as a dual factor theory? Simply because there are two factors, hygiene and your motivators. As simple as that. Clear, everybody? So what is job enrichment? And sir, is the second and third point essence is same? Definitely yes. That's why I'm telling you to remember first and third one only. Now, one student is asking what is the difference between job enrichment and job enlargement? Okay, I will explain you that also. Although this is not related to the today's class, but let's address this doubt. Now, there is two concepts, job enrichment and job enlargement. Job enrichment basically means that you love your job. Basically, I am an educator in EduTap. How Anchit sir can enrich my job? He can give me more and more classes, which will tell me that I am a great educator. Job enrichment basically has the component of promotion also. For example, currently my salary is rupees 10,000. Assume that. Okay. But I have performed very good. Now my salary has been increased to 30,000. So that is known as job enrichment. Job enrichment is basically you add more lovable things in your job. Okay. Job enlargement is like that you are adding more and more kind of work so that you are getting overload. For example, previously I was working in purchase department. Now my job has been enlarged. Enlarged means now I'm working in sales department too. I am also working in labor department too. You are not getting any promotion in job enlargement. In job enlargement, the work which you are doing is getting overloaded. पहले मैं ये भी कर रहा था, अब मैं ये भी कर रहा हूँ. Right? So that is job enlargement. You are expanding the work which you are doing. So that is known as job enlargement. Enlargement. Okay. Job enrichment is basically dealing with your promotion. You are getting more and more love in the job. You are getting more and more interest in your job. You are getting more and more kind of appraisal, kind of recognition, kind of status in your job. So that's your job enrichment. Okay. I hope it's very much clear to you now. Now see, Hansberg introduced one particular concept which was known as Kita. Kita is basically a kind of a thing which you will use to get the work done from your employees. Now, Kita basically stands for kick in the ass. Kita basically stands for kick in the ass. Okay. And this kick in the ass is basically used as a hygiene factor. Okay. This basically means that if your employee is not listening to you, then you can apply three types of Kita. First is negative physical Kita, negative psychological Kita, and the positive Kita. Negative physical Kita basically means that you are doing dishum dishum. You are slapping your employee, you are kicking your employee, you are using a physical force against your employee. So that, my friend, is known as negative physical Kita. You are slapping your employee, you are doing all the negative stuff with your employee. So that is known as negative physical Kita. You are going into a physical dishum dishum, a physical fight. Okay. Negative psychological Kita. Negative psychological Kita basically deals with playing, I would say what? It is like using taunts. It is like using some racial discrimination taunts. You are kind of using a kind of a taunting language which can disturb the emotional state of your employee. For example, if your employee is fat, you will try to call him or her as hippopotamus. You will try to call him or her as elephant. So that is a kind of a negative physical Kita, which is totally not desirable in the office. Okay. Then we have positive Kita. Positive Kita basically means that you are playing mind games. For example, I have given a promotion to my employee, but that particular promotion is just for namesake. I am not giving any salary hike. I am not giving any rise in the status and recognition only. I'm not giving any extra responsibility. I'm not giving any extra status. I'm not giving any extra recognition also. I'm just saying that you are promoted, but that promotion is just for namesake purpose. So I'm playing mind games. Mind games basically means that I'm showing that you have got something, but in reality, you have got nothing. So that is your positive Kita. And negative psychological Kita deals with your mind. It is like manager will disturb your mind by using taunts, by using indirect language, by using some absurd language. So that is your negative psychological Kita and positive Kita. Negative psychological Kita can be torturing or work harassment. Yes, it can be. Okay. Clear everyone that what is Kita all about? Everybody, what is Kita? Clear everyone? Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Cool. Kick in the ass. Yes, it's like kick in the ass. Negative physical Kita is using physical force. Negative psychological Kita is basically what? That you are playing a kind of a taunting game. You are playing a kind of a emotional game with your employee. And positive Kita is that basically you are playing a kind of a mind game. Okay, mind game. You are showing that your employee has got something, but you are not showing that he has got only some expect, not all the expect. As simple as that. Yes, positive Kita can be, Muskan, the answer of your doubt is yes. But remember that positive Kita is quite different. You are playing a kind of a mind game. Okay. Yes, blackmailing. Blackmailing can also come under negative psychological Kita. Sir, why is it in hygiene factor? Because sometimes when employee is not working, see, if an employee is happy, then he is surely intrinsically happy. Okay. But sometimes when the employee is not listening to you, then you can use these factors to get the work done. Obviously, these will be hygiene because you are adding an external force. Okay, example of positive Kita, Reshma, I have already given to you, like promotion, a namesake promotion. For example, for example, if I tell to you that I will give you a trip to Thailand, I will give you a trip to Russia or to USA, but you will have to sponsor your tickets. You will have to make sure that whatever expenses you do over there, it is from your pocket. I'm just telling you that you can go on the trip. Is this a good thing? No, right? I should sponsor your ticket. I should give you your expenses also. So that is a good thing. But if I'm just saying that you can go and you can have your trip, so that's a kind of a positive Kita. Okay. Now let's try to move towards one very important point. Comparison between Herzberg and Maslow. Now see, if you see Maslow level 1, Maslow level 2 and Maslow level 3, they all will be categorized as maintenance factors. Why? Because these all are kind of extrinsic. These all are kind of extrinsic. If you see food, shelter, the financial security, the love and belongingness from the people are all extrinsic. Agreed or not? Hello. Level 1, level 2, and level 3 of Maslow is your maintenance factors. All are coming from the outside world. All are coming from the outside world. Agreed? Hello, yaar, please participate. If you are not participating, then how will I teach? Agreed, right? Now tell me, for esteem, can I say that all esteem will come under motivators, or will some part of esteem will come under maintenance? Which part of esteem will come under maintenance? Tell me. Yes, lower esteem. Very good. So if you see, if you are looking for status from the outside people, that will be coming under maintenance factors. But if I just use the word esteem, can I put it under motivators? If yes, then why? If I use the word esteem, can I put entire esteem in motivators? Yes, yes. Please listen to this very clearly. See, yesterday I have told you that when I'm using the word esteem, when I'm just using the word self-esteem, then to which particular part of esteem I'm referring to, higher or to lower? Higher. So when I'm using the word esteem, I am referring to higher, and higher esteem is always intrinsic. Therefore, it will come under motivator factors. Agreed or not? Hello. Agreed or not? But if I specifically mention that I am not referring to higher esteem, I am referring to lower esteem, then it will be your maintenance factor. Therefore, with esteem, we have used a yellow color because it can come under motivators also, it can come under your maintenance factors also. But if in your exam, they are not mentioning that whether it's a higher esteem or a lower esteem, then you have to consider it as, batao, you have to consider it as higher esteem only. And higher esteem is your motivators. And self-actualization, whether it's full or partial, whether it's half or full, it will always come under your motivators only. Okay, so this is what you have to remember in your comparison between Herzberg and Maslow also. Now, you also have to remember one more concept, which is lower order needs and higher order needs. A very basic concept. Lower order needs have to be fulfilled. Lower order needs have to be fulfilled in a priority. This is the first thing which I will fulfill for my employee. And then comes your higher order needs. Higher order needs are those needs which I will fulfill after the lower order needs are met. For example, if your employee joins your office, if an employee joins an office, tell me which particular need he will first look to, higher or lower? He will first look to lower, and all the lower order needs are extrinsic. All the lower order needs are extrinsic, and higher order needs are intrinsic. Higher order needs are intrinsic. Now let's try to do a comparison. For Maslow, what will be a lower order need? Just write level 1, 2, or 3, or 4 or 5, whatever your answer is. Yes, it will be 1 plus 2 plus 3. And higher will be what? Higher will be what? 4 plus 5. Very good. Now let's do for Herzberg also. Let's do for Herzberg. For Herzberg, which factor will be categorized as a lower? Which factor will be categorized as a lower? Hygiene, right? Which factor will be lower? It will be hygiene. And which factor will be higher? Which factor will be higher? It will be your motivational factors, which are also known as your satisfier. Agreed, everybody? Agreed, everybody? Agreed? Yes. Now let's do it for David McClelland. David McClelland का सोच समझ के. Which particular need will be a lower order need? सोच समझ के. Ayan is saying, can you please repeat? Just give me a second, I will repeat it. Yes, affiliation. Superb. Affiliation will be only a lower order need, because yesterday also I told you that need of affiliation is a lower order need. Okay. But what will be a higher order need? What will be a higher order need? It will be power along with need of achievement. It will be power along with need of achievement. Agreed? Power ko influence bolo, I have no issues. Okay. So this is what we have discussed so far, right? We have discussed Maslow. We have discussed, yes, Alderfer. Alderfer mein what will be the lower order? Alderfer mein what will be the lower order? E plus, E plus, E plus R. E plus R. Because you have done for Maslow, right? Maslow ka 1 plus 2 is your existence. And Maslow ka third is your relatedness. And for Alderfer, what will be the higher order need? What will be the higher order need? It will be growth. Clear everybody, except some students, I will again explain them. Clear everybody. If it is clear, then give me a thumbs up in the chat box. Right. Now, if you see those students who were not able to understand, focus on this particular image. Now, there are two type of more needs, higher and lower order. Higher order needs are those needs which I will fulfill. First, the lower order needs will be fulfilled. Lower order needs are those needs which are extrinsic. Higher order needs are those needs which are intrinsic. Okay, so as an employee, first you will fulfill lower order. As a manager, first you will fulfill lower order needs, and as a manager, first you once your lower order needs is fulfilled, then you will move to higher order needs. Okay, so first you fulfill lower and then you move to the higher order needs. So there are lower and higher level needs. Higher level needs are intrinsic, lower order needs are extrinsic. Managers needs to motivate individual as per his or her need. Now for Maslow, basic level 1, 2, and 3 will be lower because these are extrinsic. For Maslow, if it is clear, then for Alderfer, it should be automatically clear. For Herzberg, again, automatically clear. And for McClelland, we have need of appreciation. And whatever is left, you will put it under higher order of needs. So that completes our discussion related to your relationship between Maslow and your McClelland also. Okay. Now, that completes our Herzberg theory of motivation. Can I move ahead to McGregor now? Can I move ahead to McGregor now? Right? Now, some people will ask me, sir, that why we are doing McGregor. McGregor is not there in our syllabus. See, McGregor you have to do because this will lay your foundation for the upcoming chapters. So McGregor is important for your exam. So please do it. Douglas McGregor is the full name. Douglas McGregor do not focuses on a need. See, if you go into too much of technicalities, then Douglas McGregor is not a content-based theory. Douglas McGregor theory is not a content-based theory. Douglas McGregor theory is basically related to a mindset. It is not related to a kind of a need theory. Now, what does Douglas McGregor said? That there are two type of personalities, theory X personality and theory Y personality. Now, assume like there are two type of people, Kim Jong-un, and let's take Mukesh Ambani. Okay, these are two people. Now, can I say the management style of Mukesh Ambani and Kim Jong-un is same or are they different? Is same or are they different? They are different, right? They are not same because these are two different personalities. In the same manner, Douglas McGregor never focused on the needs. He never focused on the needs. He focused on the management style, that how people or how different personalities will do the management in their offices. Okay, so specifically, definitely Douglas McGregor theory is not a content-based theory, but still we classify it as a content-based theory because it is traditional in nature. Traditional as in that it was given very way back. Okay, so some books do not include Douglas McGregor theory as content, but some books include it because it falls under the category of traditional theories. Okay, my advice will be that you have to consider Douglas McGregor theory as a traditional theory only. If it is traditional, then definitely it will be counted under content-based theory. Now let's move forward to understand what is theory X and theory Y. Theory X manager and theory Y managers are nothing. These are two different type of managers. These are two different type of personalities. Theory X manager is a kind of a strict manager. And theory Y manager is a kind of a flexible manager, or he is kind of more participative manager. He's kind of more participative. Now, take an example of Kim Jong-un. A Kim Jong-un will definitely be strict. If you do not follow his or her orders, if you do not follow the orders of Kim Jong-un, will he entertain you or will he give you a punishment? Tell me. He will punish you. He will execute also. He will kill you also. So theory X manager always are strict. Theory X managers are kind of very strict and they will not entertain any kind of indisciplined behavior. Theory X manager always assumes that their employees are lazy. Their employees are kind of donkey. Their employees are kind of just coming to the office for time pass purpose. So theory X employees are kind of very, very strict in nature. So if you see theory X and theory Y manager will do certain assumptions, and that will be followed by theory X also. Certain assumptions will be there in theory X manager, and certain assumptions will be there in theory Y managers. Assumptions for theory X managers will be what? That my employee is just coming to the office for namesake purpose. My employees do not like any kind of responsibility. So all the negative stuff of an employee will be believed by a theory X manager, and theory Y manager will always take the positive side. So I will make certain statements now. You will have to tell me whether it's a theory X manager statement or a theory Y manager statement. I am assuming that my employee will include innovation in the office. X or Y? Everybody, please participate. This is the theory Y statement. I am making a statement. Let's take an example of I would say Surinder. Surinder is an employee. Surinder is just coming to the office for, I would say, time pass. Will this be a statement of X or Y? It will be a statement of X. Surinder is just coming to the office for creativity. X or Y? This will be the statement of Y. Surinder is just coming to the office for letting the time pass. This will again be X. Surinder loves his or her work. X or Y? Y. Surinder is a kind of a donkey. It's again an X. Surinder is just coming to the office for laziness. Again X. Surinder is very proactive. Y. Surinder is a kind of the best employee which I have seen in my life. Again Y. So all the positive statements Y, all the negative statements towards X. Now my brilliant level, now my $1 million question to you is theory X not useful in any, like, can we avoid theory X all the time? Should we avoid theory X all the time? No. We can use theory X once your employees are illiterate. Once your employees are not listening to you, then you will have to apply theory X. Moreover, you can apply theory X in the short-term period only. In the short-term period only. But can I apply theory X in the long-term period? Can I apply theory X in the long-term period? The answer is no. For long-term period, I will apply theory Y. Theory Y. Now, theory X manager follows one particular approach. That particular approach is known as carrot and stick approach. Theory X manager follows carrot and stick approach. Carrot and stick approach basically is a kind of reward and punishment. It's kind of reward and punishment approach. Carrot basically is denoting your rewards. Punishment basically is denoted by stick. See, this is how the carrot and stick approach works. See, this, I would say, donkey is your employee. This donkey is your employee. And the person who is sitting on the donkey is represented by a manager. Okay, a manager is sitting on the donkey. Okay, or a manager is sitting on the employee. Manager will show rewards to an employee. Manager will show rewards to an employee. If this donkey tries to go ahead in the work of rewards, if this donkey or if this particular employee wants to get this particular reward, he will have to walk on the right path. He will have to walk on the right path. If he is walking, then it's a good thing. But if he is not walking, then manager will use the stick. If donkey is walking on a different path altogether, then manager will give him the punishment. And then donkey will walk on the correct path. Is this thing clear to you, that what is carrot and stick approach? Please confirm in the chat box. Clear? Right. Now see, theory X manager are authoritarian and controlling. Authoritarian basically means that they will love authority in their hands. For example, the best example of theory X is Kim Jong-un. He will definitely have all the authority in his hand. He will be using threat and punishment. He will be using carrot and stick approach. So these are your theory X feature. But theory Y manager is a kind of democratic and consultative. Now, the meaning of democratic basically means that he will love participation. He will love participation. He will not use authority. Rather, he will use participation. He will empower and encourage your employees too. Okay. Tell me, Ratan Tata sir was an example of theory X or theory Y. Theory Y, right? Mahendra Singh Dhoni is an example of X or Y. Again Y. Adolf Hitler is an example of X or Y. Again X. Okay. So if you see, you just need to remember the positive side is allocated to theory Y and negative side is allocated to theory X. But do remember that theory X is good if your employees are indisciplined, if your employees are illiterate. In that particular case, I have to use theory X only. But if my employees are if my employees are very good, if my employees are experienced, then I can use theory Y also. Okay. And theory X is good for short term and theory Y is good for long term. Clear, everybody? Please confirm in the chat box. Very good, Sandeep, Srishti, and Raj, Aditi in the YouTube chat. Okay. Cool. Now, from long-term perspective, theory Y is more appropriate because you need to make sure that you are a good manager. Okay. Now, this is an homework for you to read the difference between theory X and theory Y. I have already discussed the difference. Once you read this particular slide, which will not take more than 10 minutes of your busy schedule, you can easily understand that what is the difference between theory X and theory Y. Sir, if employees are illiterate and in discipline, why to use theory X? See, if employees are illiterate, if my employees are illiterate, they are not listening to me, then I will have to use the stick, right? If you are not listening to me, if you are not answering in my chat, if you are not answering to my questions, then I will definitely have to become strict, right? I will have to be strict. Yes, I will have to control you also. So I will be using what? I will be using my force. I will be using my authority. So once you are using your authority, you are theory X. Yes, the answer of your doubt, Nivedita, is yes. Okay. They need to be controlled. Yes, they have to be controlled. And they will, once they are controlled, we will enforce discipline in them. Okay. So this, my friend, is theory X and theory Y. Now, one doubt which has been asked by one student is, the name of the student I will not reveal. If employees are low on motivation, will you use theory X or will you use theory Y? Tell me. If your employees are feeling very, very low, will you use X or Y? If your employees are very, very, I would say what, kind of feeling very, very low, I will be using Y then, not X. Because if I use X, that will decrease the motivation of an employee. Because an employee who is already sad, and if you are giving punishment to that sad person, he will definitely demotivate him, right? So I will be using Y then. Now see, in my leadership chapter, I will be discussing that how you will be changing your leadership style depending upon the situation to situation. So more discussion about it we will do in that leadership chapter only. But right now I have given you a basic synopsis that what is X and what is Y. Okay, clear? I hope it is clear. Now let's move to a different variant of a mindset, which was theory Z. Now theory Z was not given by Douglas McGregor, it was given by William Auchi. Theory Z was not given by Douglas McGregor, it was given by William Auchi. Now, what is the concept of theory Z? Understand it like this. See, there were two countries, Japan and USA. At that particular time, when the World War was going on, Japan managers were doing good and USA managers were not able to go good. So there came a person whose name was William Auchi. William Auchi compared the management style of Japanese manager to the style of USA managers. He compared two countries, Japan and USA. SEBI Grade A Phase 2 exam this year, 2024. They have asked a stupid question. Who has given theory X? The answer was William Auchi. So you can expect such stupid questions in RBI too. I call this as a stupid question because they are very, very easy. It will not take more than 5 seconds of your time to answer that question. Okay, coming back to theory Z. Theory Z management style is basically based on the concept of cooperation or partnership. See, what is the meaning of cooperation and partnership? Understand it like this. In your organization, there is a top level and then there is a lower level. Both these level, both these level needs to cooperate with each other. Both these level needs to cooperate with each other, right? I need to cooperate with top level. Top level needs to cooperate with me also. There should be a feeling of harmony. There should be a feeling of bhaichara. Bhaichara means brotherhood. Sorry. So theory Z is based on the trust, trust, on the mutual cooperation, or on the partnership between top level and the lower level. If this mutual trust is not there, then then the theory X will collapse. Sorry, theory Z will collapse. Now, some students are getting confused. If I ask you, theory X and theory Y was given by which particular person? Tell me. It will be Douglas McGregor, right? But if I write theory Z, then it will come under William Auchi. Simple. Where is the confusion coming from? I don't know. Okay. So he analyzed the dominance of Japanese companies, and Auchi studied the difference between management style of Japanese and American companies. After analyzing the same, he wrote the book Theory Z, in which he propagated Theory Z influenced by Japanese style to be followed by American companies to compete with Japanese companies. So if you see Theory Z, and if you see this red dot has been taken from the Japanese flag. Okay, and how can American businesses can meet the Japanese challenges? So this was the book cover which was there by William Auchi. Now some students are asking the difference between Y and Z. See, theory Y is more of democratic. It is more about participative kind of leadership. Participative as in that I will take care of everyone. It's like kind of that you are using your social power. You are using your social power. So that's theory Y. Theory Z Theory Z is more about mutual trust, that I will trust my top level employee will trust me. So the keywords are different. Now these are some principles of Theory Z. Read them once with me, then you will be able to understand the difference between Z and Y. Okay. First is strong bond between companies and the employees. Company basically over here is top level employees. Today the CEO of the company should trust me. He should not he should not say bad things about me. He should trust me because I am working in his company and I am working for his company. So there should be strong bond. Paternalistic style of management. Paternalistic style of management basically means that your top level employees will become your parent. Like a parent keeps the custody of the child, right? A parents keep taking care of their child. The same will happen in the paternalistic style of management also. You will not take your boss as a strict boss. You will not take your boss as a theory X manager. Rather, you will take your boss as a parent. You will see a parent figure in your boss. And once you see a parent figure in your boss, definitely your boss will love you. Your boss will take care of you. Your boss will provide you all the amenities which a parent provide to their child. Okay. Mutual trust or high degree of confidence. Mutual trust basically means what? That I will make sure that I trust you completely. See, the overall essence of theory Z comes to one particular word, which is brotherhood. Brotherhood basically means bhaichara. I love you, you love me. Simple. That's it. That is what theory Z is all about. Okay. Human resource development. Once you are following theory Z, you will focus on HRD, which is human resource development. You will give new skills to your employee. You will give new knowledge to your employee. You will make sure that your employee becomes more and more happy by learning new skills. Okay. Integrated structure. Integrated structure means that no formal structure is recommended by theory Z. Integrated structure means that you will be following a flexible structure. You will not be following a strict hierarchy that I am your boss, you are my junior. That kind of statement is not allowed. We all are same. There is no hierarchy required in theory Z. Is all the 4 points, or sorry, all the 5 points clear to you? Is collaborating. Yes, theory Z depends upon management style. Yes. Can you please give 3 specific points to differentiate between theory Y and Z? Wait a minute, I will give it. Clear? Now let's move forward to more such examples. Collective responsibility. Collective responsibility means that I will blame entire team in the time of failure and I will praise entire team in the time of success. This basically means that we have to focus on a group. We do not have to focus on individuals. See, sometimes what happens is if a group is performing well, and credits, if you give credits to only one person, then other members of the group will not feel good. Then the other members of the group will not feel good. So that will discourage them. Right? But if a group performs well and if you give credits to entire group members, that means that you are giving a collective responsibility of the success or the failure to the entire group and you are not picking any one individual. So that is a good practice to do. You have to either blame the entire group or either you have to praise the entire group. You do not have to pick your favorite persons from the group. Okay, so you have to go towards collective responsibility. Then, my friends, you have a down-up decision-making system, which is known as Ringy system. Ringy system basically means that I will include all the level of employees to participate in the decision-making process. I will go to their desk and I will ask them personally, what is your view in it? I will go to their desk and I will ask them that, are you happy with this decision or not? Are you with me on this particular decision or not? So that is known as down up decision making system, which is known as a ringy system. So this is a point of difference between X and Y, Y and Z. That Z introduced ringy system, which was not there in Y. Moreover, my friend, those who were asking for differences, the first difference is the very specific difference only, that theory Y was given by McGregor and theory Z was given by William Auchi. Right? Understanding or not? Theory Z was given in a separate book, which was written by William Auchi, right? That he compared management style of Japan and USA. But is this thing true for theory X or for theory Y? No, right? So the first 2 points are in front of you only. The second point can be related from your Ringy system only. Ringy system was there in theory Y. It was there in theory Z and not in Y. Okay. Then you also have empowerment of quality circle. What is quality circle? Quality circle basically means a kind of a association which the employees will make. And these association will be made by the employees from different department. For example, purchase department employee will come, sales department employee will come, inventory department employee will come. Likewise, multiple employees from multiple departments will come and they will try to have their association in a cafeteria or in a coffee house. They will try to meet and they will try to debate on one particular common point so that they can devise a solution to it. So that, my friend, is known as what? That, my friend, is known as empowerment of quality circle. So this association is known as what? Quality circle. Quality circle means what? Employees from different departments are coming and they are debating on some common issue. For example, Ram, Sham and Mohan, they all met at a cafeteria and they are discussing the problem of Ram. So this association is known as what? Quality circle. Quality circle means that quality views will be developed once you are having different employees from the department. So theory Y was not having anything like quality circle, but theory Z does. So theory Z says what? That you need to develop quality circles. Now tell me, did I use the word mutual trust in Y? Did I use the trust or the collaboration or the brotherhood in Y? No, right? But I am using it in Z. I am using it as in Z. So that will be a difference. Agreed or not? Hello? Agreed or not? Cool. Now, no unions of workers to be formed in this style. Union basically means a kind of a groupism. Like, for example, employees will make their group and they will try to go on a strike. Against top level employees. If this thing is happening, that means that you are not following theory Z. Theory Z basically says what? That there should be no groupism and you should have a positive attitude towards your top level employee. And top level employees will also have a positive attitude towards the lower level of employees. So there should be no unions, there should be no groupism. As simple as that. Equality in the terms of common uniform, canteens, parking, etc. for all the others category of employees. A top level employee will also wear the same uniform which a lower level employee is wearing. For example, I come from Kota, Rajasthan. There is one institute, Allen, which is very famous for its IIT and MBBS preparation. If you see in Allen, the top HOD, which is the head of department, is wearing the same uniform which a lowest level of employees wearing. So it means that they are making equality in the terms of uniform. Right? A canteen should be open to all the levels of employee. It should not be like that only top level employees are coming in the canteen and lower level employees are going in some roadside dhaba. So that is not an equality. So these are what different principles of theory Z is all about. Clear to all of you? Please confirm in the chat box. Can you please explain? Down up decision making basically means that you will take into confidence all your employees who are working on the lower level before you make a final decision. So it's like all the people will take part in the decision making process. Okay. So that, my friend, is your theory X, theory Y, and theory Z. Clear, everybody? Ringy system I have explained multiple times. Ringy system basically means that you will take care of all the employees while taking a decision. Everybody will participate in the decision making process. Now we are moving to the last theory of our day, which is extensive theory of motivation. Although I need to cover a lot more theories, but I'm going slow right now because of my health also. At the same time, a time will come when we will increase the speed. But once you start slow, definitely you will be able to build all your concepts. Now let's start a discussion on the instinctive theory of motivation. Instinctive theory of motivation was not given by a specific person. Instinctive theory of motivation is basically based on your biological needs. Now tell me, can you have a state in the human life wherein all your biological needs are met? Can you have that particular state? Like for example, assume that you are 99 years old. Will all your biological needs will be met at the age of 99? No, right? At the age of 99, you will still feel hungry. Although the amount of hunger will reduce, but still you will feel hungry. But once you are like, not you, once anyone is on the deathbed, then only the biological needs will be satisfied. So this particular theory says that humans are motivated by their biological needs. A baby is crying because he needs food. So he is crying because he needs food. Once he receives food, definitely he will be kind of satisfied. A dog is barking because he is sensing danger. Once the danger is over, he will not bark. Okay, so humans are motivated by the need to survive, and they are surviving because of their biological needs. All our actions as considered as instincts. What does this particular point means? That you are driven by your instincts. For example, if I'm feeling danger, then I will go into a defensive mode. Okay, so my instincts will tell me that what particular process of motivation I will opt for. Now, there is one particular concept of homeostasis. Homeostasis as a concept was given by Clark Hull. It was given by Clark Hull. Clarkhull. Clark Hull. The concept of homeostasis basically says that it's a state wherein all your biological needs are met. But this state is imaginary. This state is imaginary because right now just we concluded that there is no state possible that on that particular state all your biological needs are fulfilled. So homeostasis basically is a kind of an imaginary concept which is based on the instinctive theory of motivation only. Now, instinctive theory of motivation just says that you are motivated by your biological needs. That's it. If you remember this thing, then all your different content based theories are completed. Everybody connected? Please let me know in the chat box. Everybody in the YouTube also. Good. Namrata, Pragya, Aditi, all are giving the right answers. Now see, today I'm just giving you a homework for 3 more pages. So you have just, I would say what, 1 page of the PDF, which I will be sharing with you. And these 3 headings, 5, 6, and 7 of your concept notes or of your summary sheet, whatever you want to prefer. But this is just 3 pages. How many of you will complete this homework? And this homework is just, you just have to read. You do not have to mug up. These topics are not important. Okay. These topics are not important. You just have to read it so that you know, for example, what is importance of motivation in an organization. This is a 12th class topic. This can be understood even by 11th class student. So you will not take lot of time. So just complete these 3 pages of homework. That is more than enough. Okay. Now, all good till now? For those students who are reading management for the very first time, please let me know everything sorted. Everything. If everything is sorted, then please take some time to share the feedback of EduTap, like how EduTap management classes are going on feedback@edutap.co.in. Okay, so just share your feedback. That will definitely help us to tell other students also that EduTap is a good institute and the teachers are giving their best. Okay, so if possible, take out 2 to 3 minutes of your busy schedule and write your feedback on feedback@edutap.co.in. It will definitely make your teachers happy, and this will also help EduTap to grow. If you are not happy, if you are not happy with my efforts, then you can obviously share a negative feedback also. We will definitely learn from the experiences of yours. But if you are happy, then share a positive feedback. Definitely, definitely it will add value to the EduTap, and definitely we will be able to grow together. Okay. Now see, I was about to cover process-based theories also, but time will not allow us to cover process-based theories. So we will take process-based theories in our tomorrow's class. But I need you to complete your homework, because if you are not completing your homework, then it will not be a good thing. Okay, so I'm not completing process-based theories. Rather, just let's solve the questions and let's discuss the yesterday answer which we have to write. Okay, so don't worry, process-based theories I will cover in my next class, and we will also cover some other important components of motivation. So your motivation ke liye, we have taken 3 classes. One was conducted yesterday, one will be conducted tomorrow, and one is conducting right now. Now try to answer this question which is coming on your screen. Both the questions you have to answer, and I need 140 plus responses, then only I will move ahead. RBI Grade B Phase 2 question of 2017. Identify the framework developed by Frederick Herzberg that suggests that there are certain factors which can be used at workplace. Is it equity? Is it two-factor? Is it self-efficacy or competency? The answer will be option number B. A very easy question. I hope you all would have been able to solve it. Next question. In the field of motivation, which of the following is not a hygiene factor? Which of the following is not a hygiene factor? Salary is a hygiene factor. Job security is your safety need. Which is an extrinsic factor. So either you are confused with A or B. Yes, B is the right answer, because recognition comes from internal. And recognition is which particular need of Maslow? Recognition is which particular need of Maslow? Level 4, esteem. And whenever we say esteem, it is a maintenance. Is it a maintenance or a satisfier? Is it a maintenance or a satisfier? It's a satisfier oblique a motivator. So answer over here will be option number B. So this is the level of your RBI grade B exam. But again, do not get overconfidence. Try to make sure that you are able to answer all the questions correctly. Chaliye, try to answer this question also. This question you can answer. सर आरबीआई का कंप्लीट सिलेबस यूट्यूब पर ही होगा? नो Aryan, these are the only 2 classes which we have live streamed on the YouTube. From tomorrow onwards, we will be conducting the classes in the paid courses only. Supervision. Why supervision is an hygiene factor? Supervision is done extrinsically. It is done extrinsically. That's why. Yes. Identify the correct assumption which is made by theory Y managers only. Theory Y managers positive. People have inherent dislike. Inherent dislike is a negative statement to be made. So I will not write this. People needs to be coerced. Coerced means to use your physical force. Threatened. No. So A and B are eliminated. People are not ambitious and they dislike, so this will also be not be a correct answer. People relish and seek responsibility. Above all, people want security. The answer will be option number D. See, tell me, if I am making the statement that people come to the office just for salary, like Surinder is just coming to the office for salary, will this be X or will this be Y? This will be X. But if I say that my employee is coming to the office for basic salary and for learning and for innovation and for creativity, then it will be Y. So above all, if people want security, if they just need salary, then this is a statement of X and not of Y. Okay. So answer over here will be option number D. Agreed, everybody? To YouTube students as well as to the Zoom students? Yes. Now let's move forward. Try to answer this question as well. Theory Y managers uses carrot and stick approach. No. Theory Z was given by William Auchi. Yes. The instinctive theory will use biological or genetic programming. Yes. So answer will be option number E. Okay. Cool. I hope everybody would have got it correct. I need full answers. I'm waiting for 50 more responses. If you do not respond, then why the need? What is the need of me sitting over here? Okay. Let's move forward. Now you will not be able to answer this question because I have to teach you Vroom and Adam tomorrow. Now let's discuss the question which we have given you as an homework for yesterday. Now the question was explain motivation and explain different types of motives. Now see, some students will be able to write up to 100 words. Some will be able to write up to 120 words. That is completely fine. Okay. For initial 7 days, we will write up to 150 words only. Okay. Now, what is motivation? See, I have started with the basic of motivation. Motivation is the process which initiate, guides, and maintain goal-oriented behavior. It explains that what drives individual to act, such as drinking water to quench thirst, studying to learn new information. So this is where my definition is starting, and this is where my definition is ending. Okay. In management, if your answer is not having a specific definition, then that particular answer is as good as waste. You need to give a definition. Either you give in introduction, either you give in different other things. I do not care, but a definition has to be there. Now, if I am checking your copy, then I generally want definition in the starting only so that I can come to know that whether the person knows the definition or not. Okay. Now, motives. Now, if you see from motivation, I am changing my answer to motive. Motivation begins with motive because if you see the process of motivation, the first step is motive only. So motivation begins with the motive, which refers to the internal state of need or a desire. Motives are essentially your inner needs that create a sense of lacking, pushing you to take up an action to fulfill them. So this is how I'm defining motive over here. So once you define motivation, then you come to the next part. But before you come to the next part, you have to define motive also, right? Because over here, you have to explain different types of motive. So you have to relate motives and motivation. See, I have also done a kind of a blue work. If you are able to see my copy, I don't think you are able to see because of a filter of white screen. But also before you write anything, write it on the paper. Paper as in that a kind of a blueprint. Blueprint as in that I will first define motivation and then motivation से मैं motive पे answer घुमा दूंगा या घुमा दूंगी. So you will have to do this mind mapping. Mind mapping basically means that whatever you will write, first you have to plot it on a paper. That this is my layout of the answer, right? So first I started with the basic of motivation, then I turned to motive, and then I define what is motive. If you do this, then definitely your, I would say what, introduction is taken well care of. Okay. Now, these motives can be categorized into different types, basic motives and learned motives. Now I have a basic content that what is basic motive, and I have a basic content that what is learned motives. Just define them. Okay, and give their examples. And in the end, you can just let the conclusion in a very journal space. that motives are very, very important. They are important. Why? Because they are important because the motivation process will start from motives only. So you just need to make sure that you are not writing as a Shakespeare, rather you are just writing as a journal student. Okay, and to write like Shakespeare and to write like multiple great personalities, it will take time. So today I am again giving you one homework. Today you have to write. Today you have to write a short note on Maslow motivational theory. The word limit is 150 only. Okay, write or explain Maslow motivational theory. Tomorrow we will again discuss the basic thing regarding this question. Remember, my friend, right now I'm not going into perfection, that why my introduction is so big and why my body is so less. I'm not going into that specification. Right now, the main funda or the main idea is to just type. I have taken almost like 15 minutes to type this answer. 1 minute to decide that what I will write. Okay. 1 minute to decide. And yes, there were some spelling mistakes. This I totally agreed. But I have copy pasted this particular answer from MS Word. Okay. Now what you have to do is you have to use MS Word Pad. Word Pad. Write your answers on this, then copy paste your answers on MS Word. Once you copy paste on MS Word, you will see that red, I would say what marking. That red marking will basically tell you that what mistakes you have done grammatically and spelling mistakes. Then you can put this particular answer on the Chat GPT also, and you can ask Chat GPT to rate you. Like uh, how will Chat GPT rate you out of 10? Or you can just read your answer. If you are happy with your answer, then it's good. If you are not happy, then definitely you will have to rewrite it. So this is the basic thing which you have to remember. There are more types of motives. There are two types only, but there are different types of motivation. Like we have positive, negative, intrinsic and extrinsic. But the question was related to different motives only. So I have used different types of motives. Okay. No. Paul, you cannot use Maslow thing over here. Yes, example is necessary if you are adding a technical definition. If you are adding a definition, then definitely give an example. No. You see, you can include positive, negative, intrinsic, and extrinsic only when the question is regarding different types of motivation. You can do so. You can change the language of question and you can write. My basic funda is to write, not to go into technicalities right now. Okay. Okay, Mahima, that is also good. You can write your answer on that. Good. Chalo, it took me 30 minutes, not a good. Can we write on notepad? No, you have to write on wordpad. Yes, you can expand the question by changing the language of the question. Like explain different types of motivation kar do. Okay. So this was regarding the answer of today. Now, mind you, my friend, you have to write today's answer based on Maslow motivational theory. On that note, we conclude our today's class. Tomorrow, we will again start with motivation and we will complete it tomorrow. Okay. Word limit for Maslow theory is 150. Okay. If possible, do share your feedback on feedback@edutap.co.in. That will definitely help us to improve our teaching skills also. Yes, you can add Anoop. That is also good. Uh, any descriptive question like yesterday, which will be important for the exam. We have given all the important questions for your exam in model Q&A document, which is already there in your course. Okay. Manish, for a start, it is good. Okay, for specific prompt, this I will let you know by tomorrow. Where I can find concept notes and summary sheet, call on this number. They will let you know that where the concept notes and summary sheet are present in your course. Okay. Yes. Even I will try to make sure that my health recovers well. I will try to make it sure. No, Prakash. Right now, do not focus on the marks. Just focus on writing. That whether you are able to write or not, whether you are able to type or not. Just focus on that. Yes, Ansh. 471 words for 26 minutes is good, but you can make it under 25 or 22. Just try to reduce it. Do I need to make notes out of live classes? I will recommend you to use summary sheets. That is good enough. So can you please repeat homework question? Homework question is that you have to write a short note on Maslow motivational theory. What should be the time limit? Do not focus on time right now. Just focus on the words. चलिए. Okay, my health is good. Just a viral fever is going on. It's just a 2-day thing. I will be recovering it. Okay, Prakash. Good score. Okay. Typing errors and spelling mistakes will improve once you write on a daily basis. 380 words in 17. That is again good. See, your word per limit speed, your typing speed should be at least 35 if you want to complete your paper in RBI. 35 words per minute is good. Today only play a typing speed test on Google and try to see that whether you are having a typing speed of 35 words per minute or not. If you are having below 30, then it's a cause of worry. Okay, if you are having till 30, 31, then you can increase it to 35. Okay. Chaliye. I will take some doubts from the YouTube also. Sir, how to write on the exam day? Don't worry for the exam day right now. Just focus on the content right now. Okay, exam day is very far away right now. Chaliye, on that note, let's conclude our class for today. I will meet you tomorrow now, and tomorrow we will wind up the motivational chapter. Communication is scheduled. Don't worry, schedule is in my hand. I will change the schedule and you will come to know it. Tomorrow we will finish motivation. Okay. Chaliye. So can you please explain homeostasis one? Homeostasis is basically a state wherein all your biological needs are met. But homeostasis is a kind of an imaginary state. You cannot say that all my biological needs will be met today or it will be met tomorrow. It is an imaginary state. So homeostasis is an imaginary state which is not practical to have in real life. Should I write homework on Word document or on physical page? You have to use WordPad, MS WordPad. Okay. Chaliye, on that note, let's wind up. Please complete your homework for today. That is a must do. Take care and I will meet you tomorrow. Same time, same teacher, same chapter. Bye bye. Take care and have a good day ahead.